I really need to clean that mirror. It's pretty dusty. Anyway, hello and welcome to my May reset. So I meant to have this out a little bit earlier in the month, but I got sick and I didn't really have a voice. So here we are, about a week in, and I hope that is okay. I've only made one of these videos previously and I will link it right here if you would like to check out my last reading reset, but I figured we'd go through the same routine and go over the things that I did to reset. So as you saw at the very beginning of this video, I did a few things cleaning off my desk that was so dusty. I didn't do like the best job dusting it, but I definitely had to clear it off because I was just piling everything on top of it. And then I got all set up to film my May bullet journal video, which is another one that I will link in the description for you if you want to check that out. But after that, I had to get my calendar all set up. So as I'm filming this, it is currently the 4th of May. So it was a couple days in, but I did get it updated. I told you in my last video that I'm so bad about updating that chalk calendar, but I did order more chalk and I was able to make it look really cute and colorful, and I'm super excited about a couple of the things that I was able to put on there. Like I'm going to afternoon tea with my mom for an early Mother's Day, and so it's Alice in Wonderland theme. So I tried to draw a cookie that said eat me, but it doesn't quite look like a cookie and you can't really read the writing, but you know, I know what it means. But yeah, after that I put away my TBR and I think that's about it. So I was resetting my room. It's still a little bit messy. Some of the things that I took off my desk still haven't found a place to go in my room, but I'm working my way through it. I feel like my room is much cleaner than it was before. But yeah, I feel like right now we can just check in on how April went. So let's go ahead and do that. So pulling up my April on my Notion, I unchecked some of the things that I did so I can check them on camera with you, but there are some things that I was able to accomplish this month. So starting off with my personal, I had 2 goals in that one. The first one was to check in on my habits daily, and the second one was to get 100% on the habits tracker for at least 6 days. So I only did one of those, and that was checking in daily. So I'm going to cross that off. It'll let me. There we go. And for the other one, I was really optimistic that I could stick with some of these habits, but the one that got me every single time was waking up by 7 a.m. So I did keep it for May, and I'll show you my habit tracker later for May, but it was difficult. It was so tricky for me to wake up by 7 unless I was working, and other days I could wake up by like 7:45, but usually it was around 8 or 8:30 that I woke up. So I didn't get 100% on a couple of days because of that, but that is okay. Moving on to my health and wellness, I did cook 1 recipe a week. I actually think I cooked 2 to 3 recipes a week, and I was so happy about that. I felt like I was eating a lot better and it was making me super happy, and I've been working through the Half-Baked Harvest super simple meals. So it's this cookbook right here, and I've been pretty much making recipes solely from that, and they are delicious and they are really easy. So I highly recommend that one if you are someone who dabbles in cooking but wants super quick meals that can come together in about 30 minutes. So been enjoying that one a lot, and I can cross that off my goals. Moving on to YouTube and socials, I don't know what was going on in April, but I wasn't really feeling myself. I just could not get the energy to film or read the books that I wanted to read, and I definitely wasn't posting. And I think it also had to do with me not having a content schedule that was solidified fully in April. So I did not post weekly on Sundays and Thursdays. I think I only posted 4 videos in April, which kind of hurts, but it is what it is. I can't go back now. And I almost completed all of my TBR prompts. That one I was working so hard, and then I got sick and I could not finish my finish. I could not finish my final read of the month. I probably could have pushed through it, but I don't think I would have paid attention to it. I was just so tired from being sick, so I did not complete my TBR prompts, and I was so close. I'm telling you, I was just 1 away. But I did complete a clear my shelves video, and I did do 1 live sprint with Serena on my channel, so I got at least 2 of those goals, which is 50%, and I feel like that's pretty awesome. And then moving on to finance and career, I was having a hard time finding jobs on the days that I was able to work and when I wasn't feeling sick, so I did not work 3 days a week. I worked about 2, and I think there was a couple of weeks that I could only work 1 day, but I did manage to save $100. Thank you, tax returns. But yeah, I did okay on my goals. Overall, I got a majority of them checked off, and I feel like that's totally okay. Okay, shifting over so I can hopefully insert pictures of my May goals. I'm going to put them right here. Starting off with personal, I am hoping that I can continue checking in on habits every single day. I do open up my Notions and leave that app open, so as I am scrolling through some of my apps and swiping out of them, I can just scroll right over to Notion and have that up and ready to go, and I can easily click on any of the habits that I'm doing. So that really helped me in April to just not close Notion out. Every now and then it would reset and I'd have to go back and click through and find where my habits were, but I felt like overall it was right there. So that one I feel like I'll be able to do as long as I keep the Notion app open and I don't have object permanence and forget that it's there. Then I want to get 100% on the habit tracker at least once. So I guess we can just talk about my habit tracker real quick right now. These are the habits that I'm trying to go through, and I learned last month that I was way too optimistic and thinking that I could get everything checked off. So I did also add more habits, which is why I'm only going to try and get 100% on one day. I'm not trying to push myself to be a whole new changed person. I'm just trying to like slowly build these habits that I want to have. And so I'm hoping that on one perfect day I can just do them all. Maybe it'll be like a challenge to myself to try and see if I can do better every single day. So that is what I am attempting to do there. I had that goal originally say 3 times, but I think once is just good enough. And then going from there, maybe in June and July we can up that number to get more and more accomplished. Another personal goal is that I want to plan or attend something social. I really hermited in April. I think I hung out with friends once and it was great and I had so much fun, and then I just did not talk to pretty much anybody at all besides my mom. So I need to force myself to be a little bit more social because I'm getting a little lonely and I don't like that. So I have a few friends that we planned a movie night. If you might have seen that on my calendar, we're going to be watching Pirates of the Caribbean and I'm super excited. So hopefully nothing falls through and they don't have to cancel that, but at least one social event with friends will happen this month. And another personal goal is to create my memories bullet journal. So I have a pink flamingo journal that I talked about not knowing what to do in this video right here, and people gave me some ideas, and one of the ideas that I loved was to make it a memories journal. So journaling the things that I do throughout the year, and I haven't printed out pictures from the Taylor Swift concert so I could write that down, and there's a few other things that I've done this year already that I think I'm going to add pictures of and write about my memories of them and why they made me happy in that journal. So that's something I want to start working on this month, as long as I remember to print out the pictures, because I don't really have a good way to print them out. Printing them out on my computer just always looks weird. The ink just never looks right, so I might have to get them actually printed, and that's a hassle these days. It's not as easy as I feel like it used to be. So moving on to my health and wellness goals, I have quite a few more, but I do want to continue trying to cook 1 recipe a week. I feel like that's something that I was putting off just because I dreaded having to stand in the kitchen for so long, but now it's been really fun trying to like figure out these recipes and see if I like them or not. And I need to remember that I can put in my headphones and listen to an audiobook while I'm doing that too. So I need to just continue to push myself to get back into the swing of things and eat healthier and not order out as much. I definitely did not order out nearly as much in April as I have been in previous months, so I was really proud of that. My next one is to get 8 hours of outdoor time, which amounts to about 15 minutes a day, because I don't go outside. If you cannot see, I have 0 tan whatsoever because I never go outside if I can help it. And if I do go outside, I definitely sit in the shade and hide away from the sun because Arizona sun is miserable. But everyone says that the more you go outside, the happier you feel and the more energized you feel, and I just need to start pushing myself to get back to that. I did used to go outside a lot because of school and stuff, you know, and I feel like my mood was better and happier in those days. So maybe there is something to it, but you know, it's the 4th of May and I have gone outside like twice, so not tracking well so far, but I'm gonna try my best and we'll go from there. And I'm kind of okay with not getting the full 8 hours, but we're gonna see how it goes. I'll let you know next month. My next goal is to stretch for at least 5 minutes a day. I'm noticing I'm having a lot of like mobility issues with my hips. I've always had struggles with my hips, but lately they've been hurting a lot. And there was one day that I almost had to cancel a substitute job because I just could not bend down because of my hip, and I don't know what I did to it. So I need to make sure I'm stretching those out a lot more. I'm also having an issue with one of my ankles, just feeling really stiff and sore, so I need to be stretching so much more than I do. So that is something that I would like to try. 5 minutes seems reasonable, and then hopefully we can build from there, because my habits haven't been the best in the past couple of years and I need to do something about that. So that ties right into taking my daily vitamins. I was doing so good for a while there, and then I just completely forgot, despite the fact that they sit right next to my moisturizer that I use every day. So I don't know why I just don't take them, but back on track. And the little habit tracker that I keep up really does help keep me on track with the things that I want to do, and just remind me of all of those little tiny things that I want to set as habits that I just conveniently forget all the time. And I feel like I've been talking for a super long time, so let's jump through some of my YouTube and social goals. I want to join or host at least 2 live sprints. I had a really fun time doing them the past couple of months with Sabrina, so we have one scheduled on the 21st and I'm super excited, and hopefully we'll do another one on her channel too. I want to finish my books I'm scared of clear my shelves video, because I just keep putting it off. I just don't want to cry, but you know, it's inevitable at this point. I just have to cry and get through those, and then you can watch my terrifyingly horrible crying face. It's so bad, but it'll be so funny for everyone to watch, so I'm excited for that. I want to participate in Escape the Readathon, which is currently happening, and I have not read a single book for it, but you know, it's a whole month readathon, just like the Asian readathon, which is also what I want to participate in. I want to catch up on my Goodreads goal. I think I'm 4 books behind, and that makes me want to cry. So we're gonna try and get ahead of Goodreads this month, and I want to post every Thursday and Sunday, and I'm going to say that live streams or live sprints will count for that, because that's technically a video that goes up on my channel. So I do have more of a content schedule, which we will go over really soon, just a couple more goals to talk about. So finally, we have my finance and career goals. I want to apply to 2 jobs or go to 1 interview. So last week I applied to a job that is near me, and I'm hoping that they'll call me back soon, or I'll hear something soon about it. There's a couple other jobs within that company that I'm considering applying to as well if I don't hear back about this one, but fingers crossed I get an interview for them. And if not, I need to try and find 2 places to apply, because substitute teaching ends in a couple of weeks and I will have nothing to do over the summer, and I need a job ASAP. So here's hoping that I have good news for you in June, but let's talk about my reading and content schedule now. Okay, here is my calendar, and so we need to add all of my videos. I already went ahead and added all of the books I'll be reading in the month. I just haven't moved everything to where I think they belong. So let's go ahead and first add my videos. So as I said, I always use those as deadlines, and I need to pull up my list of videos I said I was going to be filming this month. So starting with my May bullet journal, which went out today as I'm filming this, and I always change the color to gray after things have already been completed, just so I can keep track of things better that way. Then on the 7th, you can see that that's when this video is going out, and then I have already scheduled the Clear My Shelves video on the 25th, because I have had that scheduled for a long time and I just keep changing the date all the time. So it has been officially moved to the 25th, and if you don't see that video by the 25th, you need to unsubscribe to me and just cancel my channel altogether. So I have a hard deadline that it will be out on the 25th. Then on the 11th, I am going to be doing another Clear My Shelves video. So deadlines, and I'm going to title that Clear My Shelves, and this is just a recent reads because I couldn't think of a theme for that. Then on the 14th, I am planning to do an Escape the Readathon vlog, just showing the first couple of weeks. I think that's the only vlog for the readathon I'm going to be doing. I might save the second vlog until June, but we will see how that one goes. Filming these videos shows me how many things I type incorrectly, and just hope that autocorrect fixes them for me, which on this, it's not very many. On the 18th, I actually want to have a Way of Kings reaction vlog, so I'm hoping I can get that one read. by that date, but I am not certain if I will be able to. So we will see if that comes out. I will really want to do a reaction to the entire first book, and then if that goes well, react to the rest of the Stormlight archive just to see how I feel and how I change about it. I wish I would have done a reaction series to Mistborn, but I did not, so I'm hoping I can do it with Stormlight. Then on the 21st, I'm actually going to be doing live sprints with Serena, so I'm just going to throw that in and say it's a deadline, but it's fine. I don't have like a live sprint or live show calendar on this, so I'm cool just putting it under deadline. And then I already have this one scheduled out. On the 28th is when I will do my June TBR. And I'm gonna go ahead and schedule my June bullet journal for June 1st, just because I already know I'm going to be filming that and having that up then. So these are the 8 videos that I will be uploading soon. I've already done one, so 9 videos total, but that means I now need to move around my reading schedule so that it matches up with some of these videos. The only things I cannot move are the ones that have the brown circle. That means that I can't move them later than the dates that they're already on, because those are my Libby holds and I have to give them back on those dates. So I'm going to move the ones that do not have a brown circle over, just so I can see where everything goes. So for my books I'm scared of video, I do have to have 3 books read for that, which is And All the Stars, so I'm going to put that on Monday, I think. I also need to have The Astonishing Color of After, so actually I'm going to give myself a couple of days, so I think I'm going to try and read that. I can't read it on Saturday because I'm busy. Maybe I'll do it the week after then. So I'll have The Astonishing Color of After, which is one book that will make me cry, and All the Stars Were Burning Brightly, another book that will make me cry. And then on the 22nd I have A Monster Calls, which is the one I am most terrified of. I think it will wreck me because I've seen people read it and they are just absolutely destroyed by that book. So I have that as my final one for the books I'm scared of video, so that's where those will go. For the Way of Kings vlog, I need that completed at least 2 days before, so I am going to try and schedule that one. I'm gonna make it that Saturday before, so I'm gonna move these other books around and have Way of Kings set for the 13th. Hopefully I can finish it by then. If not, I'll just try and push it into some of the other days. Let's see. Escape the Readathon. I have quite a few books I need to read soon for that, so I'm gonna throw Rock on the 7th. I'm going to throw Darius the Great on the 10th, and then I think that's all I'll be able to read in those first couple of weeks because of Way of Kings. So we will see if I will be able to fit anything in. Way of Kings is a 45-hour audiobook, so who knows how that will go and if I will be able to read literally anything else in that week. So actually, you know what, I might move Darius the Great. I'm gonna move it down to the 26th. What else am I gonna move? Persuasion to the last day of the month because I just tend to finish all of my classics at the end of the month. The Weight of Our Sky I'm going to move to, let's do it on the 21st because that's when I'll be doing some sprints, and I don't think I have the audiobook for that one because I don't have a colored circle on that one, so I can read that during sprints. Bet on It I'm going to move to Memorial Day because I'm not sure what I'll be doing that day. And Atlas 6 I'm also going to move later in the month just because there's a lot of holds that go back this week and I'm going to really have to focus on my reading. So let's move that to the 27th. Okay, I need to think about this for a second and I will come back to you because it's looking a little cluttered for me. Okay, I think I got it. So I moved Empress of Salt and Fortune up to the 7th, the day I'm reading Rock, because both of those are very short books, and so I think I should be able to finish them in one day if I'm able to have that whole day off doing nothing besides reading. So I really do need to get focused on my reading. Then Astonishing Color of After will be on the 9th. That gives me about 2 days to read that one. Then I'm leaving about 4 days, possibly 5, to read Way of Kings. and the Stars is only a 9-hour audiobook. If I can read it faster than that, I should be able to finish it in one day, and I don't think I have a job that day yet. So if I do have to substitute, I might just move this to the following weekend. Iron Widow, I'm not sure if I will be able to get to this book at all, so because the hold goes back then, I'm just gonna leave it there, and then if I have to renew that hold, and if I can renew that hold, then I will do that. Self-Made Boys, I'm going to try and give myself one day, maybe two, because it does go back on the 18th. The Way Over Sky, I'm gonna try and read the day of the sprints. If not, it will go into the next day. A Monster Calls should just be a one-day read, as long as it doesn't absolutely like rip my eyeballs out from crying so badly. So we'll see about that. I gave myself 2 days for Darius the Great, about 3 days for Atlas 6, 2 days for Bet on It, and 2 days for Persuasion. So I think I am happy with how this looks. I think I will be able to get everything accomplished from this schedule as long as I stick to it. Alright, I think I have reset everything that really needs to be reset besides a few things in my room. Should I show you my counter? Just peek at that, and then we'll come back to me. We're just ignoring that counter right now because I don't know what to do with any of those things yet. So I'm glad that I have my reading schedule all ready to go. I have a content schedule this month, so hopefully I will be able to upload more than 4 videos in the month. And yeah, I think that I'm ready to tackle this month. I feel very optimistic this May. I'm really hoping that it goes well for me. If you did see my bullet journal video though, my tarot cards might say otherwise, but you know, we're gonna push through anyway and hope for the best. But yeah, let me know if you like these videos still, and if there's anything you would like to see next month. And yeah, I think that is all that I have to say. I am going to go read my Hunger Games fanfiction that I've been obsessed with the past few days. So I will see you in my next video, which should be out very, very shortly. All right, bye.